We meet again, folks. Like, comment, and sub the video. You know, write anything down below. Give me ideas. Why not? Give me an idea for a new video. Give me some challenges. All right? Like the video. Make sure you're subbed. Much love. I'll see you guys next. I'm flashing.
If you're not aware, it's been an awful month and a half for anyone involved in the real world trade.
You get to get a sub. Thank you,
On the 23rd of September, they announced the dual arena will be removed from the game. Gold sellers are freaking out because stakers are a huge portion of their revenue. Then, on the 13th of October, Jagex announced that they'll now be banning players who buy gold. This is a historic move. They've never really done this before, and it's huge because...
The inconvenient truth is that our research has recently highlighted 40 to 50% of our current active player base on any given month are buying gold from gold farmers.
And since then, they really have been issuing bans. I see the customers complaining not only on secondary market forums about it, but Jagex put out this tweet confirming it. And it only gets worse for the sellers because Jagex has trademarked the term Oldschool Runescape Gold. And in the midst of all this, two big gold sites have now shut down, Alch and R2 Pleasant. These are huge businesses, by the way, and I've heard rumors that Jagex is once again sending out cease and desist letters to gold sites like they did in 2019 when Boogla Gold was shut down. That said, neither of these sites have confirmed that a legal request is the reason that they are closing their doors, but regardless, some folks involved in these markets are dubbing it the end of the real-world trade golden age. Now, despite all of this, I think Jagex is actually still failing the real-world trade problem. I think their current changes kinda go back to this.
You do have a responsibility. You can't be a passive bystander in this, can you?
So they're removing the dual arena and now actively enforcing their policy against RWT.
Items that kind of obtained through purchases or through gameplay that are confined within the game. They can't then be cashed out and sold for real money in
the problem I have is that I think there's real problems created by RWT that they're missing.
I don't get that, though, because they could just go to the GE, sell it, and then get the coin.
Look, I get this question all the time, and it's a good question. And of course, if real world trade is so...
I still don't understand why people are against RWTers. It doesn't affect you at all. I agree completely. Like, chat, this is the way I see RWT. If you RWT, or if a big streamer like Bodhi comes out and we catch him RWTing and there's proof of him RWTing, why the fuck do you guys care? And why do the people that care actually care? Like, why do you care? So what? He got a side hustle and made a couple grand. Why the fuck do you care that he did that? That's our streamer though, and you know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. At the end of the day, like, if you RWT and you make IRL money, that's between you and yourself. Like, I don't know why viewers or Reddit people, they actually care. The only reason why RuneScape cares is what, chat? It's because it's cutting them their money. Because if you buy and sell gold, less people are gonna buy bonds, right? You know what I'm saying? So if you could buy gold for cheaper than buying bonds, that's why it's bannable against RuneScape, because you're not letting them make as much money as possible.
I get this question all the time, and it's a good question. And of course, if real world trade is so bad, then why is Jagex selling bonds? People comment that too. Well, the fact of the matter is that the problems created by real world trade affect everyone regardless of your participation. And what is frustrating is that Jagex has failed and still fails to tackle these problems because at their core, it is a customer service issue. And what's worse is I think there's real financial incentive for them to do so. So when we think about real world trade, there's two sides of the equation. How it affects Jagex's wallet, aka the investment group that owns them, and then how it affects us as the players.
I'm not gonna lie, once upon a time I sold the Red Party Hot and took out my family out to eat at McDonald's, and I felt really good after I took them out to eat. So smiley for that. Once upon a time, about 5, 6, 7 years ago, my parents were gonna lose their house, well, our house that we used to live in. And the only money me and Mo had was money that we made from RuneScape and private servers, which was a decent amount of money. Me and Mo made over like 10K each easily. So in order to save the house, my mom sold her gold, and me and Mo gave all the money we've made on private servers in RuneScape, and then we saved the house actually. RWT is not that bad. And then soon after, when I got successful on Twitch, me and Mo purchased my mother's gold back. And she started crying. See, chat? RWT does save lives.
So the problem with real world trade for Jagex is that it's actually a way to shortcut time. If you purchase max gear, well, you have nothing left to grind for. Purchase an Inferno cape, that's another huge chunk of content you'll never put your effort into. By people selling you gold early on in the game, Jagex is actually restricted.
You know what's crazy? Believe it or not, I'm pretty sure, like, even though Mo doesn't want to admit it, but Mo was definitely jealous back in the day of my PKing skills. Because I remember on New Reality, I PK'd a Dragon Claws, and he was like, I can't believe this! Like, he was just, like, so salty, I remember. Like, very salty. Like, I'm like, even back then, I was actually a demon at PKing. Like, I don't know why. Like, PKing was just embedded in my heart. Like,
they don't care if you've skipped a month grinding bandos by purchasing the armor with bonds. In fact, I'm sure the investors love it because you just spent $50 versus the $11 they would have got from you in membership. Bonds bring the secondary market into Jagex's pocket, and I would argue this is actually a good thing. I mean, there's a huge integrity issue with rich kid syndrome, right? Nobody likes to see somebody pay their way to max gear, and it can actually kind of ruin other players' experiences.
you know the one problem that I did wrong, Whitney, about selling a lot of gold back in the day? And having the money for it, since I was so young, my dad would be like, just give it to me, I'll save it for you. And like, I've never seen that money back ever again. Like, who knows where that money went? Like, I'm talking about tens of thousands of dollars, bro, that I've saved up, and my dad just kept that shit. He just kept it. Like, who knows? I got scammed, bro. I got hella scammed. I was young and I didn't know any better. Like, wallah, like...
It's a shame though, because all these negative consequences of RWT affect the game's community, and customer support would really help with this. Think about it, if someone gets hacked and they can't get support for it, do you think they're going to keep playing, keep paying $11 a month? And what happens to that stolen gold? Well, it gets sold on the secondary market, which is short-circuiting someone else's playtime. It's multifaceted. It's a huge lost profit for Jagex, one that is not immediately obvious. And hackers, fishers, lures,
TL, doctor of this video, but it's against the rules, nerd. It's against the game's integrity, janitor.
This is what I see, Red. Only reason why Jagex is mad about people that RWT, it's because it affects their money. And if it affects their money, obviously they want to stop RWT as much as possible. What I realized about JMods and all these moderators and all these people, they're very unfair, very dog shit. All of them are assery. The only mod that I've actually liked, and I don't know if he's a new mod, I'm pretty sure he's a new mod, but his name is like Mod Goblin or something. He's the only good mod. Everybody else is dog shit. I'm sorry, like, Aiza, dog shit, everybody dog shit. Aiza, like, he's like a dickhead. I don't know why. Like, he just tries to farm power. I don't know if it's him, or I don't know if it's like the higher people telling him what to say to me. But every time I talk to Aiza, he just like shuts it down immediately. Like, suck a sock. Like, suck a big cock, Aiza. Like if I go to RuneFest or wherever I go and I see him, I'm gonna be like, Aiza, you are I'm gonna go like this chat. Well, I'm not lying. I'm gonna point at him and be like, sir, I want you to know you are very fucking dog shit mod, and I hated talking to you online. I hated it. You're very shit. I would say that too. Wallah, I would. And then I would look at Ian, because him and Ian are mad close, and be like, Ian, I love you, man. I want you to know that. Very kind-hearted man. Suck your cock. Fuck that man, Aiza. Every time I message him about like an account or why was this happened or this, he's like, Shmeemy. Fuck your ass, Oda. Shmeemy no, and Shmeemy this, and it looks like this account got banned, and we took off the ban because shut your ass up. I'm sick of your shit. Stupid ass motherfucker. Only good mod that I've seen so far is Mod Goblin.
Gold sellers are still alive and well. People always say ban gold sellers, but they do. Trillions of GP since May 17th. The problem is they've been banning gold sellers for years. I've done a few interviews with these guys in the past, and there's tons of creative solutions they use to minimize their losses. They're like cockroaches, you can't kill them. And when we consider non-traditional gold sellers, hijackers, lures, etc., if they get banned with gold before they unload it, their net loss is really zero, since unlike traditional gold sellers, they haven't paid anything for the gold to begin with. Bans don't hurt them enough. So what's the solution? Well, truthfully, nobody has figured this out. I can't think of any games that have completely eliminated these issues, and that's really because it's mostly a game of cat and mouse. I think the anti-cheating team has been doing a commendable job with this so far, but their main challenge is that they're tackling a mountain with a horrendously small team. The anti-cheating team does not generate profit for Jagex. In fact, by banning bots, they lose money. So higher-ups whose job it is
Press X to log to be the primer.
to service the investors likely want to spend as little as possible on it. They're spreading the team too thin across too many problems. More spend on anti-cheating would of course give Jagex a better advantage in the cat and mouse game. Now, on top of this, a long-term solution for botting in specific is updating the game client to make botting less feasible. This is a whole conversation in itself, and there's a lot of reasons as to why it would be hard to do, like RuneLite couldn't be a thing anymore. My friend Zort did an entire video on the subject, link in the description. But in short, it makes the current meta of botting not viable anymore, so botters would have to resort to older technologies like color detection, which you can't build super complicated scripts with, not like the ones we see now, like gambling bots for example. As for the last offenders, dupers, I don't even know. I still find it mind-boggling that there's actual dupes in this game.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't think there's any more dupes, but like who knows? Somebody could be secretly duping and we would not know about it. Like the only reason why dupes get exposed is because somebody actually leaks it, or like a flood of money comes out of nowhere. What if there's like one random person that has a dupe but hasn't told literally not a soul and has been making money for years and years, just doing this dupe slowly, but not for a lot of money, but just slowly, gradually, like $1 bill a day or something there has to be some sort of dupe that nobody knows about that's somebody doing, like 100%.
A lot of people are losing their jobs with the dual arena removal, and I don't think they're gonna go get real employment. I think they're gonna spread into other areas of the game. I think the changes we've seen recently, like the dual arena removal and banning buyers, is out of Jagex's own interest. That's to say they're not doing it for the betterment of the community, they're doing it because you can't have gambling in a children's game.
Bro, there was so many people that like literally RuneScape was their job. They would literally X-stake every single day for years, and they would make bank. Like, I know X-stakers that are like multi-millionaires now just because of RuneScape.
To remove it, but it's not enough because there's this rampant other side of real-world trade that's being missed, one that should be addressed for the betterment of the community. And I think this side will only grow now that
Like you? I'm not a millionaire, man. I wish I was, to be honest.
The cash cow is gone. These problems are frustrating because their effects...
Listen, if I was a millionaire, I would stream Valorant every single day, not gonna lie.
The entire community could certainly be dampened if Jagex would take a hit on their 50% profit margin. Seriously, in 2019 they grossed £110 million and netted 48.9 million of that. That's $65 million USD.
Nah, I would only stream Valorant for like 10 hours a day, not gonna lie.
They can afford to do better. So this has been very opinion filled. I'm sure I got a lot wrong, and I'm sure you're gonna tell me.
You did get a lot wrong because you missed one big aspect. RuneScape is the cheapest company you'll ever find in your life. I do want to say that RuneScape has done nothing right. If they wanted the DMM rerun to actually go well, they would have paid for DDoS protection or came up with some sort of solution after making us wait 1.5 years for the DMM rerun, and then they give us that bullshit. I do want to say something though. In terms of real world trading, I don't see any problem in it. I'm not saying you guys should do it because it's obviously against the rules, but I've been RWTing since I was like 14, 12 years old on private servers, RuneScape and stuff like that. But I don't RWT anymore because it's against the rules and I've matured, obviously, right, chat? Now, personally, I don't see a problem in real world trading. And I feel like if you do it to make some money, you're a hustler and I respect it. You understand? I will never look at you differently for that. I don't know why people get mad over that shit. But I do want to say, obviously, the reason why they banned RWT is because you're fucking with their money. Because obviously they want you to buy bonds. They don't want you to buy off other people for cheaper. They want to make as much money as possible. Yeah, but that's about it. I mean, I think you guys already know about that shit.